What up? I'm back. Today is the 27th of August. Today was a pretty cool day. I didn't talk yesterday. So I may talk about a little bit of stuff I did yesterday, if I can remember. It's super hard for me to remember, dude. My life is fun always, so it's really... I did not paint yesterday. I went out last night. Some buddies, hung out with them. It was cool, man, and it was fun. It was fun. Yesterday was fun. I knew I wasn't gonna talk. I knew I wasn't gonna paint, and I didn't paint the day before then either. I did talk, but I did not paint. I'm trying to think what I did yesterday. I ate fruit and I think I went swimming yesterday. Or I went to the lake and listened to my talk. I went to the park and walked and listened to my talk. I hand fed some geese. Dude, the geese are crazy, bro. Like, there's a couple bold ones, man, and there was a group of 4. And out of, like, however many there is, 60, 70, I don't even know, man. And those 4 would eat out of my hand, but all the rest, really it was just one. It was one brave one, and he ate out of my hand, and then the other ones came, the 4 that was with him. So I guess he was like the little leader or whatever, but dude, them geese make me laugh, bro. I tried to do it to one geese later, because one goose or whatever it was, came up to me, and it was just me and him, and so I was like, see if I could sit there long enough, be still long enough, and get him to trust me. And I never could get him to eat out of my hand. He was shaking, like he was visibly shaking. And yet at the same time, he was drooling. And I was like, dude, these things are so freaking domesticated. It's not even funny. I mean, I can't remember the name of the study, but I remember when they would train dogs with a buzzer, and what they did was, for a long time, every time they ring the buzzer, food would drop out. They were caged in a cage or whatever, and every time that the buzzer rang, food would drop down the chute, and then they would get food or a treat. And so over time, they got programmed to know that every time the buzzer went on, they were going to get food. So therefore, what they would start to do to figure this out was they would hit the buzzer and no food would drop, but the dog would start to salivate. And the dog at the house does the same thing. Like he knows or she knows when you're getting food, she's going to get a treat, or if I'm eating or if somebody else is eating, like, she'll start salivating because she knows she's going to get some. And it's crazy because you see that in animals. They can't control themselves. And then it's the same thing with humans, man. But every situation's different. And every situation's different. However, this is kind of how I can read people a lot of times. Because I can pick up on the subtleness of them. And so I know when they become eager, or they think they're going to get something, or they're fixing to do something, or they're trying to think to manipulate you. Like, all these things, there's a lot of signs that show they're just kind of programmed. And it's crazy, man. Because you can do it, you can watch. That's why I can just watch people and just like, man, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to watch, and it's weird to watch husband-wife demographics and stuff like that. And for me, if I pick up on all the stuff, I see all the stuff, I hear all the stuff. Like I hear like the subtleness change in the voice. I don't know. It's weird, man. Stuff like that for me is just like, man, that's weird. Like, she doesn't like that, and you're playing it off, or he doesn't like that, and then you're playing it off. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Relationships always baffle me because I just like the way to see how people interact and what they deal with, what they let go by. And, I don't know, life is cool, man. But yeah, those ducks, they make me laugh. And I watch them all the time, man. I don't know what it is. But it's just like a correlation of humans. And, I don't know, man. I watch that stuff a lot of the times. And I watch people all the time because I'm learning and choosing what I want to do in my life and what I don't. And I'm aware and watching them because I have to be aware and watch myself. And I can't fall into any traps, and I can't let people have power over me. And then I'm learning when to say something, when not to say something, when to let things slide, when not to let things slide. Because a lot of times, especially when once you really start to love yourself, and it's kind of like before you're healed and you're a helper and you're a people pleaser type of thing. A lot of times you don't say nothing, right? And you're trying to please people. But now, like once you kind of get healed, you start to become confident, you start loving yourself, you start to understand that you still don't have to say anything, you just don't have to continue to be with that person. And so, you can kind of gauge, like, number one, are they worth my time? And 99% of the time, they're not. If they're a friend or something that you love and they don't know it and they're doing it by ignorance, that's different. If someone's doing something based on just being ignorant, that's different. And that would be a time that you could speak up and let them know what they're doing, and that's cool. I mean, I had a buddy kind of talk to me a little bit about, I used the word retard a lot, and I said, well, look at the definition of it. It means you're slow and are retarded. I don't use retard, I use retarded. And because I stopped saying a lot of things, just because I became more aware of what I'm saying. And ultimately, and that's kind of what I told him, it's like, I don't really care about, especially in my talks, like, when I'm talking, I'm not talking to anyone per se. I'm not talking to a specific person. And 90% of the time, I said that I am either a retard or retarded, which meaning I'm slow, and I am in a lot of things, and that's the best word that I can describe it, I guess. And I'll probably stop using it or try to. But ultimately, it's not. I don't really care if I'm offend anybody or not, because you live in a world where, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you get offended from something I say, like, you need to check yourself. Like, so what is making you offended? Like, why are you taking such heavy weight on the things that I'm saying? Like, why are you judging me so hard? And the issue is because you don't want to judge yourself. And so, everything I do is a lesson learning every single day. I mean, I've changed a lot. I'm a totally different human than I was, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a year ago, 3 days ago. I'm just trying to get better and write the rules for me. And what I think is fine and good. And, like I said, because I was using that word, and I still use it. And I even looked up the definition after I said it the first time. So I was like, you know what? Let me check this. Let me make sure, number one, I'm using it in the right way. Let me see what this definition is. I looked it up, and yeah, I was like, yeah, this is the only word that I know to describe what's going on. Because it's some type of delay. It's slowness. It's something miswired in the brain. It's old programming. And so for me, that's what that is. But he kind of pointed to me like, if people get offended. I'm like, I get it, but I don't know. I'll choose. I'm probably going to try and stop saying it. But there's just no other words that I can use. I'm slow. That's worse to me. That makes, because then I'm gonna start saying it like that, and then that's gonna be even worse. I don't know. I'm just trying to get better as a person for myself. It's not for anybody else, because at the end of the day, anybody else truly doesn't matter, because they don't affect my world. They don't affect me. So if you say things to me, directed to me, like, I just have to deal with them and go from there. But in my talks like this, I'm not directing anything to anyone specifically. And if I say, like, the world or the people in the world are, brainwashing sheep, that's because everyone is, and the majority of people are. Not everyone, but I'm just using a big covering because it's true, and it is what it is. So I don't know. I haven't really met many people like me. I hope in the near future. I know I will in the near future. I will meet more people like me. Honestly, like, I don't think I've ever really met somebody like me. And I watched myself the other night. I was hanging out with my buddies and stuff. And I understand I'm a little bit different of a person. But the new me is coming out when I'm with people. Well, I ask a lot of questions because I really want to know. And I like to hear people's perspectives. I like to see what they're going through. I like to see... I just like to hear people talk. And, and it's just weird. But then, like, by the end of the night, dude, I'll jump out with some intellectual BS because I'm super intelligent, and a lot of people don't really understand that I am. Just because I've lived a life where I didn't speak up and I didn't talk, and now I'm starting to understand that, yeah, some situations I need to let people do their thing, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm still very hyper intelligent, and if I'm attracted and want and need high-level intellectual conversations with many different perspectives, at some point I gotta get it. And because that's all I really care about at the end of the day. I care about the lower level stuff, but I connect to humans based on intellect and what they have in their head, and that's what I'm attracted to in my interactions with humans. And I don't mind having fun and all that other stuff, but at some point we gotta get a little deep, because I'm always gonna go deep. That's me. That's Cody. In every situation, in every way, I go deep, and it is what it is. That's me, and there's no way around it, because otherwise I don't like small talk. And we can talk about whatever. We can talk about this. We can talk about activities. We can talk about working out, running. That's fine. But at some point, I'm going to talk about something intellectual and a perspective that you have, just so I can understand the logic behind your side, and then so I can use your logic and see if I need to help reshape my logic or the way that I do things to better suit the world in general. Mostly just because I know my purpose is to help the world. Therefore, I have to learn and do things of the world and how people perceive the world that they've lived in, especially like if they lived in corporate world and I've never been. I'm a blue collar guy. I deal with that type of thing. I've messed with those people. I deal with people with whatever. But some aspects of the world I know nothing about. So if I can get the chance to get information on places that I've never been, I'm going to do it every single time. Just because if to me, I'm blind. I know I can connect to them on a human level, but I want to see their logic. I want to see what the collective consciousness of a certain thing is. Just the broad spectrum, so if I get into those situations or I meet people like that, I can know how to navigate these people based on experience that I collected and data that I collected from other people that's been in those worlds. And I'm not afraid of it. I don't see a status. And even at the end of the day, I understand that I may not be the smartest person in the room based on the world standards, but in every single room that I walk in, I am the smartest person in the world. in that room every single time. And it has nothing to do with intellect. It has all to do with awareness, understanding, ability to adapt and be malleable, and confidence in myself. Because 90% of the time I'm going to be the quietest person in the room until the moment that I need to act. And it just depends. Every situation is different. And it's so weird because I just adapt and roll every single time in every situation. And every situation is different. So I can assume, well, I understand that people look at me and they're like, Cody, you're really a mystery. And I am. Because 90% of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do beforehand in the situation. I know I'll be fine. I know I'll come out okay. I know I'll handle it the best possible way. And if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. And I'll get over it. I'm going to learn my lesson from it and it won't happen again. So, but it's just like that. Like when I walk into businesses, walk into these places, like, every situation is different. You know, I instantly read the room and I understand what needs to happen and what doesn't need to happen. I'm quiet when I need to be quiet. I talk when I need to talk. And it's weird to just kind of look at yourself and understand that that's what you're doing every single time. And it's weird. And that you know, that kind of goes again to like why I need that one person, why I'm waiting for that one person, why I'm ready for that one person, because that one person is going to get and help me have a steady foundation that I can always be the same with one person. Where the rest of the world, it's almost like, where she gets all of my sides, she can help me. Like I said, it's the Hulk thing. Someone who can ground me and help keep me grounded. I'm super grounded anyways, but I need to have something else that grounds me to them, or to that thing, to that person, to that home, to that lifestyle, to that understanding. And the only reason why I say that is because I do understand that my purpose is to meet many different people and to talk to many different people and to do my best and to just love people. But being that I'm such a chameleon, that is why that's part of my purpose, is because I have to chameleon to meet an equal level foot with every human being that I meet. And I have to adapt, I have to shapeshift, and I have to reflect and mirror them. And I have to let them feel vulnerable. And the best way to have someone feel vulnerable is for them to look in a literal mirror. And so I have to mirror them. It means I have to adapt and change every single human being in every situation to get the best outcome. And so I understand that I'm always flexing, I'm always changing. And that's where it's like, you know, time traveler wife type deal. That one person that's with them forever, that I can always go back to and I can always be with. And I mean, that helps protect me, because like sometimes you can get lost. You can get lost in that changing in the sea of people, right? But I understand that I can bring it back to me. Like that's what these talks are for me every day, is me going back to my groundedness and coming to who I am, and where I can talk, where I can be as intellectual as I need to be. I can think how I need to think. You know, I can deal with and face whatever I need to every single day, and come back to Cody. Instead of when I'm out in the world and I'm having to shift to everybody else, you know, that's what this is for. But it's cool, man. I'm glad I'm talking about this stuff, because that's what's so crazy about talking, is like, every day it's just new information, and it's all stuff that's coming out of my subconscious that I need to hear, I need to repeat, I need to understand, so I can change and dictate what the future is going to be for me, and how I'm going to get better the next day, how I'm going to grow the next day, dude. I grow so much, dude. I laugh, I tell people I'm growing all the time. I joke about it like I'm growing physically, and I am actually growing physically. But it's more of me growing as a person, as a human, as a man, every single day. And it's only because I'm having these conversations, I'm giving myself time, and I'm thinking, and I'm implementing everything always. And I'm just trying to get better and better and better. And I understand, I kind of talk, man, I don't know. I kind of talk about sheep a lot, and maybe I need to stop that. I don't know. Maybe I need to dial back on it. But ultimately, either you're a sheep or you're not. And my ultimate goal is to get people to become their own person. And I think that in a world where you're supposed to be an individual, you're supposed to be exactly what you are, right? And yet, the news, social media, all that is creating a single human being, or clans per se, and where you have one leader, you have one idol, technically, and all these people follow that or want to be closely knitted to, or they find a bunch of idols that are doing the same thing, and that's how they dictate their life. It's based on all these random idols, people, influencers, lifestyle. So, yeah, we may not be one big sheep or one big clan, but there's multiple clans depending on who your idols or influences are. And it just ruins the world because, number one, half the time, well, no. See, it's crazy, man. It's super confusing because I look at the world and it's like, I want everyone to be independent and their own authentic self. But at the end of the day, I'm more specific the way I'm saying things. Because I don't want to be negative per se. But I just don't see it. I don't see... I hope that as time goes on, people will start giving themselves time. And people will start thinking for themselves. And it's okay to be influenced by somebody. Someone works out real hard, their body looks good, and you figure out what they do so you can go do it, I guess. I don't know. I think we just take it to the extreme. And I mean, it's marketing 101. It's what's making this world go round. That's why these influencers get gifted sponsors or are getting sponsorships and getting paid to show these products and all this stuff. Because this world's about marketing, and it's catered to the money system, and it's just a big scam anyways. But your favorite little YouTube influencer or TikTok influencer or Instagram influencer does some dress haul or shoes or sunglasses, and then everyone's buying those products. Like, it's brilliant. It's awesome. Everyone's got a mullet, which is cool, whatever, to each his own. And I mean, because I see some people, that's cool. Like, some people like what someone's wearing, that's cool, man. It's flattering. But I think maybe not for the adults as much as the young kids. I think the young kids are falling into the trap more than the adults. I think, because the adults still have to work and like provide and stuff. So that kind of helps a little bit to keep you from not being as influenced. But the little kids and the next generations coming up, I don't see, like, we got to fix that problem before it's too late, because when they become adults, it's going to be weird to truly have kids or adults now that don't think for themselves, that only follow influencers, and there'll be grown adults following other grown adults. It's weird to me. It makes zero sense. And then they'll be mimicking and doing all the stuff that they're doing without even consciously knowing it, because they programmed themselves for so long when they were children to not be able to think for themselves, to not learn how to dress for themselves. You know, they always have to be matching or wearing the same products that these influencers are wearing that they watched growing up. And it just seems like we're going down a funnel to just make a bunch of zombies. People that cannot think for themselves and just do what they're told, and believe everything that they're told and everything they see on TV or whatever, not know how to question anything. And then if they do question it, there's groups of people out there that, you know, technically fact checkers, and who's to say, you know, whatever. I think the only fact checker that needs to be is in between your, you know, in between your ears. Like, you need to check facts for yourself. You need to do the due diligence and not just constantly taking other people's word for it. It only takes a couple minutes, and you can get a couple random sources of information for whatever, if it's very important, if it is important at all. You know, a lot of stuff is just not important. And that's what I'm understanding too, is like, there's a lot of stuff in this world that doesn't matter. It's just wasted energy, and it makes no difference. So I'm trying to like go through that and understand, because I'm understanding that if I'm here to help people, there's a lot of stuff that when I look at it, I understand that it makes zero sense. I understand that what people are doing, it may be a big deal to them. To me, it makes zero sense, and it's zero deal to me. To me, it doesn't even exist, because I see it from a different perspective where, like, that doesn't matter. And but I understand that some people think that it matters. And it's kind of like when I talk to people about outward appearance, in the totality of things, in the big picture, none of that stuff matters, because 50 years from now, you're going to be totally different. You're going to look totally different. You know, like, you're going to be not young anymore. You're going to have wrinkles. And so, like, but what's inside, you know, your heart, the way you love, the way you talk, the way you're compassionate, the way you think, like, that stuff matters always. Because that stuff dictates what your physical body does. And so, like, for me, I walk around this world and I understand that physical attributes of a human, you know, 99.9% of the time mean nothing. I guess if you're trying to, like, have sex with them or something, then maybe it does. I don't know. I mean, it does. Or if you're attracted to them physically because that's all you want, then yeah, then that number is flipped upside down. And that's kind of the issue with the world right now, is we're all, I'm not, but the world is looking at the outside and ranking, engaging people based on that, on physical qualities. And then they're not understanding that everyone's so broken and doesn't know how to have relationships or be intimate or tell the truth or have boundaries or any of this stuff. And so everyone's just ultimately just creating a society where all we do is chase physical pleasures with people, because no one's capable of having intimate relationships and long-term relationships and trusting each other and being, what would I say? And being committed to anybody. And they're not even giving each other chances because it's just about one night stand or what they could do, or I call them at 3 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock at night and they just come over and we don't even talk. You know, we just have fun and then see ya until the next time. And to each his own, that's fine if that's what you want to live, but I think as a society, the further we go down that road, the more negative it becomes, because then it starts something that we can't ever finish, and it gets negative and negative and negative over time, and we spread all kinds of things, whether it's disease or broken hearts, or we just keep hurting each other more and more and more until we're way too incapable to love anymore, because we're all afraid of getting hurt, and we all don't want to get hurt because we hate that pain. And then we're all alone, but we want people, so then we roll back into just the more physical hours with people, and we think that that's love, or we think that's intimacy, or we think people love us because they're giving us attention, when they're just trying to fulfill a physical animalistic need, which is fine. I mean, we all have them, and I don't know, man, it's just weird to me. I don't know. There's really no right answer. I just think as the totality of the human race goes, though, it can lead us down a dark and cloudy road. And we have to kind of deal with that issue before it's too late. And even though we're already down that road now, like we're heading to that road. And then you got, and so then, yeah. But whatever, I don't know, man. I don't know how. So the only way that I can see that we can even fix that, and that's what's so crazy, is a lot of this stuff is like, the only way to fix any of this stuff is by using what's attractive in the first place. Meaning, if the world gets their information from influencers, then what you kind of have to do, and what has to happen in this world, is true, authentic people have to become influencers. And the same with relationships. Like, there's going to have to be marriages, or husbands and wives can show the world what's supposed to happen, what true intimacy is, what true trust is, what true love is, how to treat each other, and that's the future. This is where it's going, is where it's going to have to be a flood of couples and authentic people living life in front of the world and showing the world how to do what the world right now is incapable of doing, because they've never seen it before. They don't know which way is up or down. They don't know the right path because they weren't raised in it. They've never seen it. Hardly anyone's ever seen a good marriage, to be honest with you, a good husband and wife. Or there's not many people who've been married the whole life, and if they have, I would say that there's a lot of weird stuff in that. But to each his own. They're still together, and that's cool. And they forgave and whatever else. And but now, like, I look at my age group of women, like, man, so many of them have been married 2 times, 3 times. And it's like, so what failed? What failed the human race? What failed all these women? What failed all these men? And where did we go wrong, and why do they not understand how to be intimate with each other, and how to trust each other, and how to not cheat on each other, and how to fulfill each other, and all these things? It's like, well, so what went wrong? Like, where did we go wrong? Or did we just never have, at least for my generation and younger, and even older, it's like, where did we go wrong? Because you look back, maybe in the Depression and stuff, obviously the divorce rate has been climbing and climbing and climbing. So it's just like, what's going on here? Like, what is the issue? I know a lot of it's social media. I know a lot of it's like seeing things and being programmed. Like I said, the Instagrams, the Twitters, the TikToks, where you're seeing, like, for men, you're seeing these young, fit women all the time with hardly any clothes on. And then the internet, so that's getting men distracted, are looking at things when they should be looking at their wife. And then I guess now it's the same with females. They're doing the same thing in the opposite. And so it's getting us to want things that we don't have, because we're always comparing our wife to what we keep putting in our brain all the time and what we keep seeing all the time. And if a wife isn't acting that way or doing those things which are tied to our animalistic side, which we keep surrendering power and power and power to every single day over and over again, you know, on a little handheld device that we have in our pocket, you know, it keeps programming us to that. And then we look at our wives and we're like, well, she's not that. That's, you know, and then it's just a trap. It's just a trap, man. You know, because it causes you to, you know, I look at a lot of things where it's like, you know, you would never want that if you never saw that. You know, out of sight, out of mind type of stuff. You know, like you would, if you never saw drugs, you could never do drugs. You know, and you know, if you never saw a speed limit sign, you would never be able to speed. You know, it's stuff like that, and that's the way I see things. Where it's like, if you never put your foot in the water, then you can never mess up or do that act, right? But now that kind of anything flies, which I get it, you know, but I think as a society, I think we have to start, I don't know, man. It's really confusing, because it's like free will is cool, but it's like, if you got all these people that aren't able to control themselves or don't understand free will, and they can't have boundaries, or they don't know how to do free will, which is not infringing people's free, you know, to not infringe in somebody's free will, which means not manipulate, not make people do stuff, not treat others the way that they want to be treated, like, then we kind of have to limit in the future, like, what people do, because otherwise they're just going to go crazy, because they don't know how to limit it, they don't know how to control themselves. You know, they don't know how to have the yin and the yang and be balanced, and to understand, you know, like, I walk through life not infringing anybody's free will, not making anyone do anything, not forcing anyone to do anything, not doing any harm to people, and not manipulating them, not tricking them, just loving people. And so it's like, how do you get the world to do that? Because that's the only way we're going to be able to change on the big scale. And so then it's like, you have to be your true authentic self in front of the world, and just have fun and live and just be yourself. And then hopefully people will start watching and understand, like, dude, that dude's having fun, that dude's happy all the time, that dude has no problems, like, and he's not harming people, he's not hurting people, you know, he's living his best life. Like, how do you get that? Because I'm struggling here and I'm doing whatever I want, but I'm not happy, and he's happy. He ain't even got anything right now. You know, I'll have tons of stuff in the future. I'll have everything I ever need in the future. I'll want. But right now I have everything I need. But right now I really don't have any extra wants either. But I haven't, like I said, I haven't really sat there and thought about things that I want. Because the things that I do want now are invisible, which means I want to continue to get healthy. I want to continue to become smarter, love myself more, you know, a partner. But I got to make sure that I'm ready for that completely, which I am. I tell myself, I am every single time. I'm just waiting for the time, you know. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And I think a lot of it is just, you gotta be patient, because it's two-sided, you know. So I just have to just do my part, and my other part will be here when they get here. And whenever they're ready, you know, they'll holler. So whatever. Today was cool, man. I got a big yard. I got to start a job Monday. I got to be at another job tomorrow. Do some work tomorrow, and then be at a Big Job Monday and start that, and that'd be cool. And just live it up. Get some comfortability this week. Take care of some stuff. I don't know, man. It's cool. I met someone yesterday. She's fire, and she's cool, dude. She's an artist or whatever. She started painting not long ago, and I was like, that's cool. It's so cool to just meet another artist. Like, I love meeting artists because it's like we connect on the level of art, but then we also connect on a human level, because art, when you start becoming, like, when you're an artist, I guess, for me, it's like you think differently. You start focusing on yourself more, and I think what it is because the art is coming out of you, and it's something that you didn't know that you had, you know, and it helps build that self-confidence in yourself because it's coming out of nothing. It's coming out of the invisible. You know, it's coming out of, I hate to say, it's not even coming out of logic for me. It's coming out of my feelings that I wasn't in touch with for 35 years. And so, like, it's almost like when you're communicating with another artist, like, you're communicating with feelings between each other, and you're not communicating with logic. Because people that don't create stuff, they seem, yeah. So that's it. So people that create with feelings. People that don't know how to create, they use logic on everything because they cannot grab that invisible and make it real. They can't use that imagination because they don't have one per se, or they don't know how to unlock it, and because all they know is the tangible, right? And where artists are taking the non-tangible things and then making it tangible out of it's magic, you know. It's out of thin air. It's crazy. And so then when you talk to artists, you guys connect on a totally different level than someone who's not an artist and not creating anything, because you guys are talking about the invisible, and you're bonding on the invisible, and you're bonding on something that's coming out from the inside out, which is why, again, I don't care about outside appearances or physical traits or stuff like that, because, like, none of that has to do with your ability to create, you know? I mean, it could impede you, but you would still be able to create. You would find a way to make what's invisible, to make that imagination come to fruition. And so it's just cool to meet other artists, man, because they're so excited and happy. And then again, dude, like, I talked to her and I showed her some of my stuff. I saw a painting of hers and I was like, dude, that stuff's fire. I was like, the bright colors are sick. And she was like, dude, thank you. And she was like, you know, some people don't like the bright colors. I was like, no. I was like, if you like bright colors, you paint with bright colors. I was like, because this is your art. At the end of the day, you are the one creating this. And as long as you're real and authentic, people will want it. Because they're not buying your art. They're buying all of you. You know? And especially at a lower level, actually, I think as any independent artist, they're buying your product, because the product is you. It's the totality of all of you. It's the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you think, the way you create, the color choices you use, the things you are drawing or painting or producing or making. Like, they're buying you. You are the product. All of you. And you're selling a piece of you, because that piece is you. It's all of you. It's every experience up until that point in your life. Every single time I paint something, it's all of me. It's every experience from the day I was born on this earth, and maybe even before then, maybe in other lifetimes. I don't know, man. My paintings are stupid crazy, dude. I just got through painting one. I'm not done, but I did all the first part of it, so now I just got to go back and I got to think on it a little bit, because it's really hard for me to understand what I even see in my art right now. I do know it's people. I do know there could be animals. I do know it looks like a big staff or a gun. But it seems like I'm creating like epic adventures of like a video game, man. Like with bards and ogres and pixies and high elves and like, but I'm like, where is this coming from? I do not understand where it is coming from because I don't have a picture. I don't have any brain ideas. I don't have anything. I am just painting. And it's so ridiculous because boom, then there's people and then there's equipment. There's all this stuff in here. I'm like, where did this come from? I'm amazed. I'm freaking amazed. And like I said, it's all random. That's the even craziest part. I have a feeling to do this, to do that, and I can't explain it, and to push the paint in a certain direction, and then it comes out the way it does. And it's just shadows and silhouettes, man. And then I have to stare at it, I have to look at it, and I have to start thinking about what I see and then what I need now. So I may have to start brushing it on, which I guess I'll have to use my brushes tomorrow. And start highlighting stuff to separate the figures and as I see them. And it's freaking crazy, bro. And I honestly, I think I may have to like I may have to go get some watercolors. I don't know, man. My art's crazy. And I'm wondering if are stains. Almost like a stain. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's almost like I'm having to like do so many. I got spray paint in it. I got acrylic in there. I got textures. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's like so many different avenues or styles in my art, and I'm trying to figure out and lay it all out to figure out what it is, because I'm just going with my feelings, and I don't know. That or this is digital stuff. Now I got it done. Now I got to go to the digital side, and I'm thinking that's it. I just don't have an iPad, so I don't know how to. I don't know. I'm confused. The next avenue. I know I'm going to paint this one. I'm going to hopefully look at it tonight and study it and see if I can see, especially when I turn the lights off. When I turn the lights off, maybe I can see shadows of different shapes and silhouettes of people. And so I can split them up like that. And I really think if I had digital art where I could shade stuff and paint it, where I could put my painting up there, then I could shade and do different stuff, then I would be able to really kind of see the silhouettes and different designs. But we'll see. We'll see, man. Life is cool. Art is fun, dude. It's always different. It's always exciting. I love it, man. I don't see any other, like, there's no way. I kind of want to get to the point where, like, I'm gonna get there to where I don't do anything else. I don't do other kind of work. I'll do life coaching and stuff like that, but and deal with other business. But what I'm not building anymore. I'm still building it right now, just because I have to, I guess. I'm kind of just stuck in it for now. Unless something comes crazy and I can just walk away from it all, which it's gonna happen at some point. I just don't know when. I'm just trying to be patient. Then when that day comes, then I can walk away from everything and I'll be fine forever and I don't have to deal with it anymore. But until that day happens, you know, I'm still kind of stuck in the mundane weekly building and remodeling and stuff like that, and it's fine. It's not a big deal, but it's just I want to know what it would be like to be like not ever have to do that. Well, I could take all my tools out of my truck and I wouldn't have to have tools, and I wouldn't have to be running all over the place. I wouldn't have to worry about answering a phone for that. Where I could maybe change my schedule where I can paint in the day. Well, I have more time, and then I can do one setting and paint a picture and then be done, and then whatever. Just change my day up, and like I said, it'd be cool, man, to like paint during the day. Maybe do life coaching or something like that, or not even have the life coach, but maybe have employees that are life coaches and stuff like that. But yeah, just to where I could paint, and then like have night times off and be with my significant other and kids and whatnot, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, is like that, when I can not. I'm kind of looking for that more predictability, because even though I do what I want and I go with my feelings, I want the predictability of, like, I know that, from 6 till the next day, I get to be with my family. And then I have to, navigate those things, and we, every day is going to be different. Who knows? And, but then, like, from 9 o'clock till 4 is work, but it's my art's in there, my talking's in there, maybe podcast is in there, stuff like that, and workout routine or whatever, and then it's all a little bit consistent. I don't know. Oh, I have no idea, man. And I think the only reason why I say that is because I know I have to implement another human being in there. And then when I implement another human being, we're going to have a schedule and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just not going to work out. You can't just because you have to be able to be on the same page. And if one person's like so free, he just goes with the flow all the time, like, it's going to hinder a lot of things. And so I know that I'm going to have to adapt and reshape to some kind of structure. And that's cool, because I'm ready for that, because I can have a floating structure anyway. So, like, whatever. It's just cool, because it's a new challenge for me, and it's something that I've never really had to be super crazy in, I don't know. It's going to be cool, because no matter what, our life's still going to be pretty fun and free-flowing and spontaneous and stuff. So at the end of the day, like, it's going to be different. But it's also going to be a lot of work, because to be an example, you got to plan and do the best you can do, and you know that you're going to have to do stuff the best of your ability, and so you're going to have structure, and you're going to have plans, and you're going to have to do a lot of stuff. So it's cool. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the responsibility. A lot of it is the responsibility of holding yourself to a high standard, and then in everything you do, understand that people are watching, and so you have to be. It's not about best behavior. It's about just being your true, authentic self to yourself. Being true to yourself all the time, always. And be able to own whatever it is that you do. You don't have to defend yourself. However, you need to always do what I think is right and good. And it doesn't mean I won't mess up or make mistakes. I'm just saying, in the totality of it, at the end of the day, you only have to answer to yourself and to your partner. And when I make decisions for myself, once we become one, like, then I'm ultimately making decisions for both of us. So I have to have the other person's best interest at heart as well, because we have the same interest because her interest is my interest, and my interest should be her interest. So, I don't know. That's cool. I don't know. It's pretty early. It's like 9:33. I'm pretty tired, actually, though. Painting wears me out, and I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about maybe getting a place to paint out of. I'm excited about separating my bedroom from a place and then making somewhere a workplace, a studio, you know, where I can go paint. I can have a separate life there where I can separate the two, you know, where my creative space is my creative space and my bedroom is for sleep. And that's pretty much it, really. I don't know, I may even work out where my studio is at. I don't know. I just need room because there's so much more stuff I can do once I get a bigger place. And I can organize things and have everything set up and it's clean and I can keep it clean. And I don't know. I'm ready for that freaking OCD, man. But it's like I'm just waiting until I get out of this where I'm at, because I have to start fresh, I have to start new, everything has to be clean and perfect, and then boom. You know, whatever. And then the time structure is different there too. Well, I gotta start making time to keep things clean, organized, and stuff like that. So yeah, I need that structure. I really do. Because life is so much. I would have to say, it's not easier. It's just I get a pleasure from like that clean, and then if you start from scratch somewhere else, you only have to have what you need there, right? Like it can be simple and minimalistic because I don't have to bring a bunch of crap there. I only have to bring what I use, you know, and I can organize it and keep it perfect. And yeah, that'd be cool. I'm excited, super excited about it. This song is pretty cool. I sent a woman artist, said she was painting all day, and she sent me a photo. Wow. Said she's been painting all day, so I was like, dude, I'm painting right now. And so I sent her like a photo of my picture that I was painting when I was painting, you know? And she's like, man, those neon, I bet those neons pop. I said, yeah. And then I was like, I painted my spray paint to this song. It's called Burst and Pop. And I was like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy. I didn't think of it like that. Because to me, it's just regular. That's the style I like. I like the bright neons as my background because the style that I'm doing, they're coming through, you know? And that's my base layer. And I just love those bright colors, man. They're just so bright. And she kind of made a good point. She was like, you know, but I kind of told her, so she was like, you know, I'm kind of afraid to use those hyper colors, those bright colors, because people won't want that stuff in their house. And that's kind of like when I told her, I was like, well, you need to do you. And I honestly think people like those colors. And she was kind of describing that people just aren't bold, you know? And I was like, that's part of being an artist and being authentic, is you have to be bold, you have to be different. And yes, some people won't like it. But what happens is, once one person whoops in like a hyper pink, crazy, bright painting in $1 million house, everyone's going to be doing it. Everyone's going to be doing it. Because everyone's all about calm, clean, beige, whites, you know, houses. But that's what you need. You need an art piece that is the opposite. That just, bam, it hits you in the face. And that's, you know, that's what art is. Art is real, authentic. And that's kind of what I look at the world as. I look at it as blurry shadow, right? I look at humans as shadows. I look at human because that's what's important to me. But what is bright, what hits you in the face is that light, which is that love, which is that passion that comes out of that vessel. It's not about the physical vessel, it's about what comes out of it. What hits you in the face, what you're drawn to, what you're attracted to, what makes you smile, what makes you cry. Boom, loud. That expression, the vibration that comes off a human, it's that, and that's what my art is. That's why it's all bright colors in the back, because that's what's real. That's what comes out, emotion. And all these bright colors are emotion, and it's emotion turned up to the top. Because when you're authentic and real, you're not hiding anymore. You're not turning everything down. You're not muting yourself. You're being yourself. You're walking in who you are. And you're happy and proud to be that. You're not trying to blend into the world and please every person you see. And if they don't like it because you're loud, then you turn yourself down. Or if you use profanity, you gotta turn yourself down. And you start to understand that when I'm painting in there, that's me doing whatever I want to do, being my true authentic self. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I don't really care, because I'm going to continue to be my true authentic self, and I'm going to express with the brightest, most obnoxious things I can, because that's me. And I had to walk around in a cage. I was in a cage my whole life. My whole life. Like I said, when I grabbed that little hoss and I brought him up, that love, nature, nurture, and emotions came up with me. And my feminine traits, which I say is my emotions. And those are all those hyper colors, man. Vibrant. You can say flamboyant, I guess. I'll have to look up the definition of flamboyant. But just bright. Just everywhere. All in your face. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't run from that. You can't run from those colors. Like, those colors are there. Like, they're in every piece of art that I have. The ones I did sell, the first big canvases I did and sold those, they didn't have as many hyper colors in, but they did. They still did in the base. And I really wish I would have left them in, but he wanted some of the yellows and greens out of it, so I covered them up. But I think they look good, dude. But it does match his house now, because his house is beige. But I like those kind of colors for beige and blue and gray. So it does look good in his house, but I don't know, man. I'm just doing me. I'm just doing me, and I love art. It's super fun. Super fun. I don't know. Who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow? I know I gotta go, like I said, go take care of one job. That'll take me probably, I would say, a couple hours. But at the end of the day, I look at it, and probably it's gonna take me longer to drive there. So I may be gone 3 hours, I guess, 3 or 4 hours. It's gonna take me longer to get there than to do the job. Maybe. Once I do the first window, I only have 2 more after that. It'll be quick and easy, so I don't know. But whatever. I may try and watch something tonight. I don't know. This talk will be done. I gotta post it, and I gotta figure out how many videos. I painted for like 3 or 4 hours. 3 hours. So I'll end up painting a few more tomorrow, probably. Man, I wonder. I really got to get this digital art, I think, because it will help me where I could do stuff, where I could find figures in the digital art, and I could color them in, and then I would know what I'm supposed to paint my painting like, because I could fiddle around with it on the computer or whatever, and just find the shapes and the people. But I don't know. That would be the future because I don't have an iPad. So I don't know. But whatever. Oh, it's crazy. So I painted this painting, dude. I don't even know. In February, maybe March, and it has a hummingbird on it, and then it kind of looks like it's melting, and the whole painting. And the woman I met yesterday, like, she's an artist, and she was kind of talking about stuff, and her painting that I saw was a hummingbird. And like, as soon as I left her, I was like, damn it. I was like, I thought about that painting instantly after my conversation with her. And so I was like, dang, that painting is for her. Like, I made that for her, like, back in March. And it's perfect for her. It's perfect inside stuff that she told me, and it's her painting, dude. And so I texted her today. I was like, look, I sent her a picture of it, and I was like, this painting is for you. I said, I made it, I don't know when, a long time ago. I was like, but as soon as I left you yesterday, this painting just popped up. And I was like, this painting is for you. Like, I made it for you. It's like I knew instantly that I made it for you. And even though I made it before we met, that was 6-7 months ago when I made it. And she said she loved it, so I gotta give it to her. But I'm excited for when she gets it, when she sees it. Because, dude, I made that for her, and it's perfect for her. And it is crazy, dude. It's like, and that's when I look at my art and I understand that a lot of my art is not for me, man. It's I did it, I created it, I made it. However, it's not for me. You know, and it's for my, it's crazy. It's hard to explain it. It's hard to explain it, dude. Art is cool, man. I love it. And I don't know, man. Today was cool. I cut a yard today. I went and got material, some art material, just because I knew I wanted to paint today. And I was like, I'll go get some more material that will give me material for maybe another week of painting. And I'm going to order some online at some point, maybe next week. And get a big 500-foot roll, and that lasts me a long time. That lasts me actually a really long time. Well, I'm getting like 25-foot rolls, and they're expensive as crap. And but it's just cheaper for me to do this right now, and whatever. Plus, I may think about going back to canvases. I don't know, man. They're so expensive. I don't know, man. I'll just shop around and see, but you know, I thought about getting and making my own stuff, but that's expensive too. It's just as expensive. It's not any cheaper. Well, I guess you can pre-wrap it. I can pre-build my canvases and then pull them on that. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Because it may... I may look into that. Well, I'll just have to do it different when I have to pre-frame a canvas before I can paint on it. But if I buy a roll, then I can go ahead and build like 10 of them, and then that will give me 10 paintings that are on a canvas. And I just have to do the math, and then I may have to do that. I may do that after this roll. I may go buy canvas roll and pour those myself and build frames, and then I'll just have them pre-done, and then I can just paint on them, bring a new one in every day and paint on it. So I don't know, man. It's been so long since I painted on canvas. I don't even know how it's gonna go. Plus, like, then it's gonna have to be another style again because the way I'm pulling paint now is different because it's on this material and it pulls different and lays different. So I don't know. It's all fun though, man. It's all fun and games. Like, it's all just trial and error and it's so crazy because it's like the stuff that I do is so different now, and it's not even abstract. It's so confusing. It's just my own style, man, and it's so fun, dude. And it's so many different things, graffiti. And then like I said, when I talked to her and she said, I showed her my stuff and she's like, yeah, you got to do a series. And a series of paintings. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I got like 3 paintings in one, every single one. So I'm going to have to get them photo printed and then frame those up and then bring them and then sell it as a series, man. Like, that's so crazy. I've got a lot of work I got to do, man. And but everything I'm doing is big because everything I do is 100%. To infinite. Everything is as big as it possibly can be, and everything I do, I don't half-ass it. So I understand. Like, if I have 100 pieces of art in there, honestly, I have 300 pieces of art in there already. You know, that's because everything I do is multifaceted. Everything I do is times 3. Like, everything. My small paintings that put lights behind it, not having light behind it, flip it upside down and backwards. They're all different paintings. Like, everything I do is multiple dimensions. Everything. You know, and I knew that from the beginning. I knew when I started. And it's life, man. It's fun. It's fun. But I don't know, man. I'm out of here. Today was a cool day. Tomorrow's gonna be even cooler. I don't know what I'm gonna do other than work. I may try and go to the lake or something tomorrow and go swimming or something. Oh, but I gotta come home and paint too, so I don't know. I'll holla. Love y'all. Peace.
Trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day cause walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day, 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day, 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living love and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living love and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living love and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living love and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living love and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, I am never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, I am never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Juliet, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, I am never done. I'm Juliet, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here, love, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Juliet, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Juliet, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, I am never done. I'm Juliet, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here, love, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living long and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Juliet, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. day 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life. I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here, love, I'll be living, loving wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life. I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here, love, I'll be living, loving wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear the champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day, 'cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. Ooh, I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could get me and you. Let's just sleep beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. Summer days, they will be over soon. Nothing else could be like me and you. Let's just stay beneath the big blue moon. Yeah, yeah. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, 'cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here.